Hello, I am Arion. This is Book Zealots. This is a continuation of my 50 books declutter from the top two. I just did top two, but it's top three shelves. And there was some confusion about the secret buzzword. I thought it was later this year, and no, it was in March. So I need to declutter the books that have secret in the title. Oh brother. So what I'll do is I'll include that in the other bottom two shelves and have a whole other declutter playlist. So cleaning the shelves. As some of you may know, may not know, Prometheus and I and the family, basically, not all of my family, but the household, will be moving to another state for Prometheus to continue his education. The original plan was that I was going to sell this house. We were going to move to Lexington, and there's no way I'm moving to Lexington. There's no way. Anyway, I am making great progress on the first cleaning of the shelves, going through the 50 books. I'm looking over here, I have my box. Oh, I just want to give a disclaimer for the other video. I did not throw my books. I tossed them into a box which was on a chair nearby. I had taken a picture, well, Prometheus had taken a picture, but I could not include it because of the new video editing software. Oh, anyway. Okay, so my first 5 books. Now what I do is I go on Goodreads, I look at the 1-star reviews, and you're like, well, if you look at the 1-star reviews, then you're just going to get the negative and then you're not going to want to keep any. But that's not true. And I will do a separate video about that and include it and try and make a playlist. It'll be the first ever. I haven't done it before. Okay, so Desert Flower by Waris Dirie, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. The Extraordinary Journey on a Desert Nomad. Whoever decided the colors on this cover, very pretty. However, I'm not keeping it. I don't keep pretty books just because they're pretty. So what I found out from reviews is that there's too much profanity, the writing is bad, it's boring, and it puts the author in a bad light, which is really interesting because I don't know if, yeah, she had a ghostwriter, and Kathleen Miller. So, you know what? I've had this book for so long. I don't even know how long I've had this. 1998. Man, I am so glad. Let me just tear that part out because I have my name on it and I don't need to have that or share that. Yeah, so 1998. That is how long I have had this book. I'm trying to think how many moves it has had with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves. I think that's right. 7 moves, and I have yet to read this book. So, it's going to be donated. And Prometheus and I visited the library yesterday and got rid of 3 big bags of books. It felt so good. Okay, A Royal Duty by Paul Burrell. I got this secondhand. Where did I get this? I don't know, but I only paid $4.98 for it, if that. I may not have even paid that. I might have only paid $1 or $2. Anyway, so what I read is that this isn't really about Princess Diana. It's about Paul. And I'm not interested in either of them. So I'm going to pass it on to somebody else who will enjoy it more than I probably will. Okay, Unwise Passions, a true story of a remarkable woman and the first great scandal of 18th century America by Alan Pell Crawford. While I was decluttering and cleaning the shelves, I realized I had already read it. I had put the date, March 19th, 2001, good, easy read. I had kept it for genealogy, and I just don't need to. I don't need to. Passing it on. Okay, Russian Winter by Daphne Colite. I think it's Colite. So what I found out about the reviews on this, because I didn't get very far into it while I was reading it, was that there was feticide in it. I'm assuming it was the ballerina, and there were a lot of other problems with it, and I don't care. I don't care to read that, and I wasn't interested in it. I think it had something to do with, I'm not even going to say because I'm not 100% positive. Martha Peak, and I don't have the information on why I decided okay, Martha Peak by Patrick McGrath. I think this one, if I remember correctly, I don't know what happened to my little arrow tabby. I think what happened with this one, I love reading the 1-star reviews. Some of them are so funny. Fiery redhead, who is apparently every man's fantasy. Whatever. Why are a lot of wild women in historical fiction redheads? Because in Hester, that book that I read for last month, Isabel, redhead. Whatever. Anyways. So I'm just not interested. If I'm going to read about this time period, it's going to be for Historathon, which the time period has already passed, even though I'm still reading Rush. And again, I'd rather read nonfiction than Patrick's wild fantasies about a redhead. I'm kidding. Okay, so I don't know that that's the case, but I don't need to read it. I don't have the time. I've had it for a long time. I haven't picked it up. I'm going to move on. So decluttering, it feels fantastic. If you have books that you need to go through, it feels really good just to clean out the shelves, pick up every single book. So you know what? This just doesn't excite me anymore. I really don't care about this book. You know what? I'm going to give it to somebody. I'm going to put it out in the wild so somebody else can read it, and hopefully they will adore it. And then maybe even keep it or pass it on to somebody else. Share the love, right? Share the wealth. And I have plenty of books that I can keep and read. It's fine. It's fine. I enjoy donating the books. I highly recommend trying it. If you have a lot of books that you haven't read or have no longer any interest in, share the wealth. It's fantastic. Okay, so that was my first 5 books that I've gone through that I've decided, you know what, I'm going to get rid of them, and then it just started moving. So I will have more books to follow, more videos to follow, sharing and talking about the books and why I'm uncluttering them or decluttering them, getting them out. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and stick around because there's going to be more. Bye.